Once upon a time, in a vast, open field surrounded by thick forests, a young boy was walking home after a long day. His mind was lost in thoughts of his family, his chores, and the simple joys of childhood, unaware of the wild beauty that lay beyond his path. He was a boy of no extraordinary size, but his heart was filled with curiosity and wonder for the world around him. His footsteps were light, and he was absorbed in the rhythm of his walk when suddenly, something unusual caught his attention. Through the trees ahead, he noticed a movement, something large, something unmistakable. It was the unmistakable form of a lion, its powerful body walking through the tall grass with quiet grace. The boy froze instantly, his eyes widening in disbelief. He had heard of lions, but to see one in real life was a whole different matter. It wasn't just any lion either. This one was magnificent, its golden mane flowing like a living, shimmering wave, and its muscular body rippling as it moved. The sun reflected off its fur, making it appear as though the lion was crowned by the very sun itself. For a long moment, neither the boy nor the lion moved. The boy felt his heart race, his breath shallow. The lion's piercing amber eyes locked onto him, studying him as though weighing his every move. Time seemed to slow as the animal inched closer, its presence both terrifying and awe-inspiring. The boy's legs felt like they were rooted to the earth, frozen in place, as though something inside him told him not to run, not to scream, but to stand still and wait. His instincts screamed for him to flee, but his curiosity, more powerful than fear, kept him rooted to the spot. As the lion continued to approach, the boy felt his chest tighten, but he resisted the urge to bolt. The lion moved with such grace, its every step calculated and slow, as though it were in no hurry at all. When it was only a few feet away, the boy finally exhaled slowly, realizing that the creature had not attacked. Instead, the lion seemed to study him, as though trying to understand this strange, small human before it. The boy's fear slowly shifted to wonder. He had heard stories of lions being fierce predators, of how they ruled the land with raw strength. Yet, here before him, the lion was not lunging, not growling, but standing still and observing him. The boy slowly, carefully, kneeled on the ground. His mind whispered that this was a moment to show respect, to offer something that might ease the lion's dominance and assure it that he meant no harm. Slowly, the boy extended his hand toward the lion, his fingers trembling. The lion's head tilted slightly to the side, still observing him, but it made no move to attack. Then, to the boy's shock, the lion made a soft noise, almost like a purr, but not quite. It was a low, rumbling growl that seemed to vibrate through the air, yet it wasn't hostile. The lion's body shifted, and it lowered its head slightly. The boy felt the warm breeze of the lion's breath as it stepped forward. Without thinking, he allowed the lion to nudge him gently with its nose. As if it were acknowledging him, perhaps even accepting him in that moment. A wave of calm washed over the boy. All his earlier fear, all his anxiety, seemed to melt away in the presence of this magnificent creature. The lion's touch was soft, and though its size and power were overwhelming, it didn't feel threatening. The boy slowly, cautiously, reached out and placed his hand on the lion's thick, golden fur. He marveled at the warmth, the strength, and the beauty of the animal beneath his fingertips. There was no roar, no snapping of jaws, just a quiet, peaceful moment of connection between human and beast. The boy closed his eyes for a moment, feeling as if time itself had stopped. He didn't know how long they remained like this, the lion standing calmly before him and the boy touching its mane. But eventually, the lion took a step back. It looked at him one last time with those deep, knowing eyes. Then, with a graceful movement, the lion turned and disappeared into the tall grass, its golden mane blending into the wilderness as it walked away. The boy stood there for a long while, his heart still racing, but filled with an incredible sense of awe and peace. He had been in the presence of something extraordinary, something both wild and majestic, and it had not harmed him. Instead, the lion had shared a brief, unspoken connection with him. The boy understood, in that moment, that the world was filled with creatures far more powerful and ancient than himself, but that strength did not always mean danger. Sometimes, it meant something else entirely: respect, understanding, and coexistence. As the boy continued on his way home, he carried with him not just the memory of the lion, but a deeper understanding of the natural world. He realized that fear could be conquered, not through running or fighting, but through patience, respect, and the quiet recognition of the shared existence between all living things. Like, share and subscribe for more.